The Boys Season 1 is a masterpiece. Hell yeah. I don't know about later season. So far, I only finished the first season. This is Multi-Topic Talk. Here we review TV shows. I do like comic books a lot. Live action, I should say. I will be starting collecting some books eventually. Regardless, the topic of today is The Boys Season 1, the overview. So, here, this is basically a review of the season. We will also go over to some comments on Rotten Tomato, the viewer, the audience, not the critics. I don't care about critics. So, eat some popcorn, I don't know, eat a snack, drink something, and stick around. I hope guys will enjoy the ride. Now, I know I am very late. I found out about that show very late, or actually, I didn't really care before. The Boys is about normal people trying to get rid of superheroes. Because in this world, superheroes are actually corrupt and they are basically villain with superpowers. However, because they save life and because Twitter is stupid, they look like heroes. Even if pretty much everyone out there is awful. This show is well written, it's very entertaining. 8 episodes is enough for the great story we had. We had a lot of characters, and it's kind of crazy. You know why? They are able to give something to everyone. The main character, or I should say the main two, because I see two characters as being the main, UE and Starlight. Annie, call her the way you want. Annie is the naive girl that just entered the boys. And yes, we will have basically light spoiler here. Uh, I won't go too deep into spoiler, but we will have some spoilers. So basically, Starlight became one of the seven, and the seven is like the Justice League of this TV show, but most of them are basically villains. She is a naive girl. She is living a dream, but then she realized these heroes she was looking for, or example, we should say, are not really good example. Never meet your heroes. This is a great team for this entire season. Now, Starlight is amazing. She is a flawed character. Early in the season, she's not able to say no to pretty much everyone and everything, and this leads to a lot of sad stuff, and she places everyone else before herself, which is very interesting, and this will lead her to some kind of downfall throughout the season. She also has a lot of growth. She becomes more interesting as the season go on. We also have Yui, a normal guy that just end up losing his girlfriend to one of the seven. So basically, one of the seven created an accident and killed Yui girlfriend. And this is kind of sad. We barely met her, but we could tell they were basically a good couple, the like classic couple. And this breaks apart Yui, and the seven tried their best to hide the truth and say, "Oh, it was just an accident." And let's be honest, A Train is a true jerk like any of the other seven. And yeah, when he broke his leg later on in the season, I liked it. And when he died from heart attack, he deserves it. Let's be honest. Sorry for the spoiler. I said I would be light, but concerning, or I should say, when we speak about A Train, I'm kinda happy to spoil what happened to that jerk. Now, it's entertaining. It's a new kind of superhero TV show. It's funny, it's dark, and speaking about funny, let's be honest. Sometimes the dialogue are really on the nose, and this is something I didn't really like all the time. Sometimes they were really strong in the political and social message. Woke stuff like some dialogue could sound woke and kind of bad. But I say some because overall that season is not woke, at least. But some dialogue feels off and too much on the nose for me. They also do a satire for the Christian religion. Now, I will be honest, I don't care about religion. However, if you satire one religion, you should do the same to every single religion, not only the one you hate. This is just being fair instead of thinking you're better because you decided to trash Christian religion. Regardless, I won't go too far here. Another, this time around, a pretty small issue. At one time, Butcher, one of the main cast, is basically entering a crime scene and he pretends to be crime unit. He doesn't flash any badge. He is just let in. People just believe him and let him go inside. What? They do this because they want this to happen. Oh my. Plot happens because it needs to happen. Oh yeah, military people, sometimes they don't know how to aim. But this is very cliche. Let's be honest here. Now, another thing that happens because it need to happen. It was, I think, episode 2 or so. They basically have a remote control to kill the Invincible Man, or the guy that turned invisible. You know what I mean. Translucid, I believe. Now they left the remote control there. And instead of just pushing the button and killing the guy, they leave the room and Yui is now alone with the guy. And then Yui is the one that killed the guy. Now, I'm fine with it, but my issue is the fact that this only happened because the plot wanted it to happen. Why did they mess around? They knew the other guy was nearby. Kill one of them at least, please. So yeah, that may sound very small, and it is very small, but I still don't really enjoy that. Could have done much better. I don't know, Yui asking himself to kill Translucid to avenge his girlfriend. That's kind of good, but they didn't take that route. It's just Yui that happened to be left behind to use the trigger and stuff. Now, with my few dislikes here and there, this was a really good show. I liked it a lot. Homelander is sometimes annoying, let's be honest. However, it's made in purpose, so I don't know if I should take out points for that. The same goes for pretty much most of the 7. The one that basically raped Starlight. I feel like that jerk should basically die. because he's really a jerk, because it's not the first time, and I mean, this show is kind of dark and they like to kill off character. Just do it with him. He's not even that interesting, let's be honest. He's just like a parody of Aquaman. A bad one. Now, another very small issue. Homelander has no weakness so far. Well, maybe in season 2 we will have a weakness for him. I really hope so. What makes Superman so interesting is his weakness. Give that to Homelander, please. Something. Outside of that, very entertaining season. Butcher is out for revenge as well. Yui out for revenge. And he fall in love with the girl, Starlight. And he feels sorry to spy on her to get intel from the Seven. But this is part of his journey as a character. What is very interesting about this show, there's no true good people or bad people. Everyone is kinda gray. Even the jerk that did something he should not. Even Homelander at some extent. At some extent. He did left people dying in the airplane because he was too lazy to move his butt and save some lives. Now, Starlight is clearly one of my favorite characters in terms of power. And the Seven are kind of interesting. Frenchie, another very likable character. And that's funny because he listened to French rap. Hell yeah, I recognized the people doing the rap. And he speaks French here and there, and his accent is not that bad, so I believe in it, and it's kind of cool. That's good representation, I believe. That character is just great. Most of the cast is very likable. I don't remember a character that really bothered me outside of the jerk, the parody of Aquaman. Now, I feel like I'm just circling around because I don't have like anything else to say. It's basically like an agency, and that agency basically hires superhero to make them look superhero-ish. It's all about like social media and all people are looking to them like celebrity basically, but with superpowers. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I like it. Let's go read some Rotten Tomato comments. Just before we shall read some comments, if I would give any grade to this first season, 9.8 out of 10, and it's well deserved. It was really hard for me to find issues here and there. And I think this is the strongest first season I've ever seen. So, Rotten Tomato time, guys. The audience think it should be 89%. It's well deserved. Good job. Here we are. The first comment. Half a star. So this means like 1 out of 10, I believe. The show has shocking things happen for the sake of having shocking things happen with no real plot. Everything is set up to create obligatory, shocking, subversive moment for the sake of them. Absurdly mean spirited show with unlikable and boring protagonists. Well, that's your take, bro. I disagree. I think the first season is a masterpiece, but here again, we are different people. The Boys season 1 is almost perfect TV a new take on superhero that changes everything. Plot consistently subvert our expectation and character are established in a satisfying way. Homelander is one of the greatest villain ever, and the season ends with a great mix of both cliffhanger and payoff. I fully agree. Sharp and Starling with some really fun character work. Amazing. This show is very enjoyable to watch. Here we are. Daddy's home, and the way Carl Urban say I sold, what a character he portrayed. I imagine no one else for the role. The first season is awesome and there's super awesome story to tell. You are so glued to your seat or sofa wherever you are sitting or laying on. You just want to watch what happened next. If you are watching season 1, then you are going to watch season 2 automatically. All thought season 2 is not that connected with season, but it hell of a ride. The whole series is a roller coaster ride. Some episode is A and some episode is L. Yeah, that what we call a series. But for me, the series special because of Mark Cuban. I just cheered whenever he is on the screen. His acting is just top notch. His accent dope. Well, man, really, you just wanna copy him in the world of superhero. He is a man with no superpower, but yet still every superhero feared his presence. That latitude is just sheer beauty of the character, and Mark Cuban really pulled off with flying colors. This series is great. Writing is superb and griping. They cover a vast majority of public affair, and that is politic. Also awesome series. Now I will add more. I got emotional in a few scenes with Frenchie. Frenchie had some of the best scene in the show. I really forgot to mention that, but Frenchie has some of the best material out there. Yui has really good stuff, but Frenchie got it all, man. I can relate to that guy. The start of the best comic book show yet. So amazing and rewatchable. Best first season of any show I have seen yet. The CGI is amazing and the jokes are funny. Love it. Thrilling, oddly funny, and packed with great performer. The Boys proves an interesting spin on live-action superhero shows with a good dosage of social commentary and stunning direction. Its story halts at time and some characters feel flat, but otherwise, this was an exciting watch. I do agree. I'm not a fan of social issue and stuff like that, but hey, sometimes it's kind of fine. I mean, it's not down our throat yet. DC and Marvel are in danger. This is a pure gold of superhero genre. Deviate a bit from the source material, but not a bad way. Great stuff. Great, funny, and weird series from Eric Kripstar. And Cade Earth stands out. So, we are almost done. Closing thoughts. I'm not the only one that enjoyed it. I hope you did enjoy my video. If you have not seen yet this TV show, I suggest you to take a look, brah. It's really, really good, entertaining, funny. Just go watch it. Come back for my next overview. Season 2 is coming next week. Hell yeah, this is how we do it here.